Well, 3 down, 1 to go. Let's get started with the chapters of Toriko. So the draft birds were all decapitated by giant GT robots who were camouflaged, so nobody can see them. However, the draft birds weren't dead. They grew back their heads, only this time into carnivorous animals in a mode called carnivore mode, where I guess whenever the draft birds get provoked or attacked, their heads turn into these I guess these like giant carnivorous animals like lizards, tigers, lions, the dragons, the gorilla once, and they start shooting energy blasts at the creatures from the sky. All the while, Monson uses knocking to bulk up and is getting ready to attack the GT Robos. However, back at the Cooking Fest, last time Komatsu is confronted by Star June, and it looks like that he's gonna get captured. Coco and Zebra manage to save him, at least for a little while, with the poison sound armor. Poison that's surrounding the armor starts to spread on Star June's arm, but he uses the Netsu Shodoku, which is the thermal disinfection, to burn away the poison. However, Sunny is there and uses Hairlock to try to trap Star June, but Star June just uses Campfire to burn not only the hair, but the darkness cooking arena. All the while, more Bishokukai members are starting to enter the Cooking Fest. However, Komatsu is okay, I think, by the sound armor, I'm guessing. And then the chapter ends with Toriko right behind Star June, and it looks like they're gonna fight. Well, this was kind of a short chapter. I mean, we're seeing more Bishokukai members actually invading the Cooking Fest, but the end of the chapter was definitely satisfying. Star June versus Toriko, the rematch, and this time Star June does not have a GT Robo, so that means these two are gonna go all out in an epic battle. I cannot wait to see this. However, there's going to be a lot of destruction, so probably have to move somewhere far away. Also, what happened to Zaus? He's also in the Darkness Cooking Arena. Is he okay too? I don't know. This was a good chapter, and I'm looking forward to Star June vs. Toriko round 2. Okay, so Star June uses Campfire Chubi, the Campfire Medium Flame, to completely disintegrate the Darkness Cooking Arena. And we get to see Zaus, and yeah, it didn't look like he survived that. Toriko tells Zebra to make a sound barrier to protect the audience, and he just starts going all out with a leg knife and leg fork. Coco's using his machine gun poison to kill all the Bishokukai creatures up in the sky. However, the poison gets absorbed by Grinpatch. Remember him? Yeah, apparently he's immune to Coco's poisoning because he manages to, like, suck it all up with a straw. Since Komatsu was blown away by the impact by Toriko's leg fork and knife, Sunny uses his hair to catch Komatsu. However, his hair gets cut by a giant pincer that is coming out of Tommy Rod's mouth. Meanwhile, the chefs that are capable of fighting approach the Cooking Fest, while they're going to be facing off against a couple of Bishokukai members, and that's basically it. So Toriko versus Star June has started off at quite a surprising start. I mean, Toriko coming in with that leg fork and leg knife, even though he is aware that his power might kill some of the audience members, even with Zebra's sound barrier to protect them. I am looking forward to seeing Grinpatch versus Coco, and of course Tommy Rod versus Sunny. However, I was actually hoping to see Tommy Rod face off against Toriko, you know, after their match at Ice Hell. But, you know, I'm okay with him facing off against Sunny. It's kind of funny that Coco and Sunny are facing off against Bishokukai members that Toriko previously fought. And I gotta admit, I really like the artwork here. Especially with Tommy Rod. I don't know what is with this guy, but he's like he's one of the Bishokukai members I actually like when it comes to the artwork. because what Shimabukuro does with when he draws him, it either looks very creepy or kind of cool. Very well, of course, Tommy Rod is like creepy. I don't know why, but Tommy Rod reminds me so much of Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. I'm just not fair. I'm just not sure. And I really liked Sunny's. I really liked Sunny's reaction to Tommy Rod, calling him gross. So, you know, aside from those matches I'm looking forward to, I'm also looking forward to seeing some of the chefs face off Bishokukai members. So, yeah, this is starting. Yeah, the Bishokukai invasion has officially started. Who is gonna win? We'll just have to wait and see. Setsuno notices that Zaus has disappeared. Was it a clone, or was he okay? Because his body's gone. We get to see more characters like President Moi and the mysterious person that Toriko noticed before Komatsu was facing off against Zaus. He looks familiar. I think I've probably seen him in an earlier arc. I'm just not trying to remember which one. But anyway, that person, which I'm assuming is a Bishokukai member, is being followed by somebody. We don't know who that is. But back with Toriko and Star June. Yeah, Star June is okay, even though he got hit by a leg, fork, and knife. So Toriko, and you know, just before Star June can even attack, Toriko uses the 50 Ren Kugi Punch. And then uses another 50 Ren Kugi Punch again. And if that's not, and apparently that attack was so powerful, it forced Star June into the stadium at the wall. But then Toriko comes in again with a twin Kugi Punch. 250 Ren Kugi Punches. This is the 100 Ren twin Kugi Punch. That's what it's called. So this guy got hit like basically 100 times. And he's knocked out of the stadium. But no, if that's not enough, oh my god. Oh my god. Toriko comes in with a leg boomerang and then a cannon fork. Shoots him down. And then another 50 Ren Kugi Punch. Oh my god. and then because of the power of those attacks, it knocks Starjune into what it looks like the mountains. So, you know, considering they're far away, that means they can go all out anytime they want. And oh my god, Starjune, he's okay, although he looks like he's pretty bruised, and his mask was broken. And Toriko, on the other hand, doesn't seem to be injured or anything, although I think his arms might be a bit sore from all those Kugi punches. So even with all those attacks, Starjune is still able to stand, even though, you know, he was also coughing up blood as well, even though he's also pretty bruised up. So these two are going to prepare to go all out again. But we had to go back with Mansan, and he has dealt with a couple of giant Chichirobos, and that's basically it. Wow, Toriko! Holy crap, I am so looking forward to the Toriko and Starjune fight, even though Starjune didn't have a chance to attack yet, but still, Toriko was awesome in this. I mean, even with all those, and it was surprising how Starjune was still able to stand, even with all those attacks. I mean, back then, when he first against Starjune, I mean, he only managed to make a dent on him. He had a hard time. Toriko had a hard time facing against Starjune, and he was using a GZ Robo, and now, seeing this, it seems like it's going to be the other way around, but knowing Starjune, the fight between these two isn't quite over yet, and I want to see more of this flame cooking of his. But from what we can see, the next chapter is going to be focused a little bit more on Mansam. So, yeah, pretty good chapter. Okay, Anyway, we see Mansam going a bit berserk after that knocking of his, and he manages to crush GT Robo's head using a fry pan sandwich, which basically just punching both sides of his head with both his fists. Yeah. We even get a little bit of a backstory that he was a bit of a bandit. However, when he joined IGO, he had his powers sealed, and he'd been admonished by the president of IGO. Then he uses a wanted punch on another one of the giant GT Robos, while a bunch of them try to swarm at Monson. Then he cuts Irene, and she manages to stop some of the creatures with a King Sleep fragrance, where basically, if you smell this, you will go to sleep for about a month. However, it's not effective against 3 of the Bishokukai members. One of them I recognized was Bei, the one that was like trying to eat that weird bug with the butt. Anyway, we see him and 2 new members, Wildman Dosa and Mystery Man Zyper. So Raina's gonna face off against these 3, and she has these things called fragrance swords. So since when did Rain become kind of cool? Anyway, back with the cooking fest, we see a couple of chefs using their techniques against the Bishokukai. One of them uses his oil to deep fry one of the creatures called Secret Technique You Didn't Age. Well, another one uses the Sangan Kosoku Kuisi Uchi, which is the 3-eyed light speed skewer strike. Yeah. One of them got stabbed with multiple skewer sticks. One of them, I think her name was Sarao Mama, I think that's her name, yeah. Uses Surara Mama no Horo Yoizuke. I think that's so many names for the techniques. She actually used this pickled one of the creatures. And Yuta has this pretty cool sword called the Banyo Yakuto, which is the all-purpose medicine blade, and he uses the 1 millizengiri, the 1mm 1000 cut, which managed to cut a couple of the creatures. Live Bear just basically has 2 swords and uses his doping cooking to like cut any of the creatures in the way. And we see Baranchi, and we actually learn like why he has those batteries on his neck. Apparently he can use his electric punches, called the Heiratsu Eleki Punch, the parallel electric punch, which managed to electrify a couple of the creatures. However, he's confronted by Elg, who was the mummified centaur. I don't know how the hell that works, but he gets electrified by Baranchi, and well, it isn't really enough to take him down, because we do see him that he's still conscious. Then we see more Bishokukai members. Some of them we recognize, like Berrygamon, Setter, Cherry Boy, and there's one called Bogius. These 4 are gonna face off against the Yakuza and the Gourmet Knights. Meanwhile, one of the creatures actually gets his head blown off by Setsuno. And somehow, it's not really explained how she did it, but the end of the chapter, she just tells them that everybody should stand back. So this was I actually like this chapter. We get to see some of the chefs' cool new techniques. I really do like Yuta's Bano Yakuto sword. It looks pretty cool. We get to see some techniques like from Surara Mama. We get to see from Live Bear, not only Yuta, but also Baranchi. It explains like why he has those batteries on his neck is because, you know, he uses electric techniques. Another lightning user I like. And also, I'm kind of glad this chapter said the names of some of the characters, because some of them I know, but I keep forgetting their names, so thank you for saying their names. So not only was this chapter showing techniques of some of the chefs, but it was also a build-up chapter to, it's also a setup chapter to more fights of what's to come. We're even introduced to 2 characters like Yu, and one called Limon, who is a sommelier of death. I don't know who that is. Also, we get this son of funny moment with Zange, and personally, Zange! I don't hate him. It's just sometimes he can be a bit annoying, especially when he's not that very useful most of the time. Although from what the chapter got me really excited for was Setsuno, seeing her fight. And granted, we don't even know. We know that she's a good chef and she's pretty fast, but we actually never got to see her fight. And this is actually the first time we will ever see her fight. Okay, so one or two of the chefs are telling everybody to move out of the way because Granny Setsu is about to attack, and apparently if you get caught by her attack, you're basically dead. So she's surrounded by these creatures, and one of them tries to get close to her, but his head blows up without her even like turning or touching or doing anything. And it turns out it's her technique called pressure cooking. Basically, she uses high pressure to cook her ingredients in an instant. So if you get close to her, she'll use her high pressure to blow you up. But you know, some of the creatures still try to attack. However, she uses the Daiatsu Yokunabe. Hope I said that right. To blow up all the heads of all the creatures surrounding her. But it turns out that it didn't really happen because apparently it was a mental image. It was all an illusion, and the creatures who saw this, they're like, they were just scared and they decided not to attack and just run away. Dude, Granny Setsu is badass. Anyway, more creatures are starting to come out underground. So she was about to use her high pressure cooking again, but the creatures then starting to get their flesh cut open, revealing their skeleton. So she used her high pressure cooking to protect herself from getting cut. However, the creatures that were cut, that have their skeletons showing, they're alive, and apparently this was because of Chiyo. Yes, she is back, and she is gonna face off against Setsuno. Apparently these two have some sort of rivalry going on for the title of National Treasure. So Chiyo attacks Setsuno first, but she manages to block her knives with her hands. Those knives should be sharp. How thick is Setsuno's skin? So these two are about to fight. All the while, everybody around the world watching the Cooking Fest is watching all of this. And back at the stadium, we get to see Komatsu's friend, Ume. Yeah, that was his name. He was finding President Moi and managed to find him. But he hears something down the stairs, and he comes across this sort of meeting between secret Bishokukai members. Some of them I recognize. One of them, I think he was I forgot. Back at the Meteor Garlic, I remember Toriko and the others were trying to find this guy after they had the Meteor Garlic. I think he was a sultan, a king. I forgot. But one of them I do definitely recognize. He was the one that hired all those Bishokia members to find the century soup, and then he left them all behind because there wasn't any. I remembered him. So I guess he was a Bishokukai member. Made sense. He was kind of an asshole. And one of them we recognized was a mysterious person who kind of looked a bit like Yuta. There are also two more members there, but I'm not sure who they were. So Ume overhears these guys talking, and they mentioned that the Bishokukai have some sort of trump card that will bring the outcome to the Bishokukai's favor. However, he's being followed by a mysterious person with I have no idea who this is. All I know, he has a hat. However, back with the chefs, one of them named Makubi, he gets stabbed by this spear, and Yuta notices that the Bishokukai members have something chained up to them, and it turns out to be a nitro. Oh my god, Bishokukai have a nitro. That is their Joker card, and this one has wings. So it could fly? Holy shit. That would actually make sense that they would have one, considering their GT Robos were based on the physical structure of the Nitro. I just wonder how the hell they managed to capture one. I mean, Toriko and Zebra fought one back at the Gourmet Pyramid, and they had a hard time against that guy. Oh my god, these chefs are fucked. And considering like these guys were like, not only they're incredibly smart and strong, they actually were capable of cooking. They were the ones that made that very first that cookbook that Komatsu found at Gourmet Pyramid. So yeah, crap. Also, another fight to look forward to. Chio versus Setsuno. They see now Chio again. She was also one of the characters I liked because of the artwork that they do in her face. Not only she looks pretty badass and creepy at the same time. We do know why she joined the Shokukai was because she wanted to find was it Acacia's drink? No, the Acacia's secret appetizer to bring back her son. So yeah, that's another fight I'm looking forward to. There's been a lot of fights that are going on in this arc. I'm not sure like which one we're gonna be focusing on first, or whether we're just gonna be one chapter on one fight and the next chapter on the next fight, or basically like 2-3 fights in one chapter, because if there's gonna be so much going on, many fans would want this fight to be focused on a bit more than the other fights. It would be a lot of hard work for Shimabukuro to draw some of these fights, especially with so many just going on. So overall, I'm actually liking the Bishokukai invasion a lot, and I'm actually looking forward to more of this. So yeah, from the looks of it, and also Nitro. Oh my god. Oh jeez. Now, to be honest, it's baffling how they managed to capture a Nitro, but how they're able to gonna defeat one, I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it.